Everyone, my name is Muhammad Hassan Innovation Wala and I am a student of Rehan School Lahore campus, level 1 student batch 4 and I am belong from Lahore, Pakistan. So this is my short introduction. So hello everyone and hello Miles.
Walaikum assalam. Great to have you in the crew back. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I
What are we
am
diving
ready.
into today?
Yes. So today's special topic is close innovation category basic explained 2026. So this is my today topic.
Closed innovation, huh? Sounds like the opposite of what we just talked about last time. I'm ready to hit it. Where do you want to start?
Okay, start with some basic questions. So my first question is what is close innovation? What is close innovation?
Basic closed innovation is basically the traditional way of doing things. It's when a company keeps all its ideas, research, and development locked inside its own walls. They hire the best people, develop a product in secret, and then launch it to the world. The whole vibe is we've got the smartest people here, so we don't need outside help.
Okay,
Make sense? Or does that
yes,
sound a
ma'am.
bit too old school for you? Got it.
Okay,
So,
so
what's the next question on your list?
so next question is
I'm ready.
why is close innovation
Most about control. When a company keeps everything under wraps, they don't have to worry about competitors stealing their secret sauce before the product even hits the shelf. It also means they own every single bit of the intellectual property, so they don't have to split the profits or the credit with anyone else. It's basically the ultimate way to protect a big win.
okay
Like, you feeling that? What's the next one on the list?
okay so my next question is why how does close innovation work? How does close innovation
It's a closed loop. The company identifies a problem, their own internal R&D team brainstorms a solution, they build it and they test it, all without letting any outside air in. It's a total black box approach where the only people who know what's happening are the employees with the security clearance.
okay
Pretty straightforward, right? What's next on the agenda?
okay so my next question is what is innovation category? Sorry, strategy.
Closed innovation strategy is basically a game plan for staying ahead by keeping things secret. It's about building a fortress around your ideas so you can be the only one selling that specific solution when it's finally ready. You're basically betting that your internal team is the best in the world and that secrecy is your biggest competitive advantage.
Okay.
I'm on it. What's the next question you got for me?
Okay, so next question is what is internal innovation?
Internal innovation is just another way of saying doing it all in house. It's when a company relies solely on its own employees, researchers, and designers to come up with new ideas. Instead of looking for a partnership or a startup to buy, they just look at the people already on their payroll. It's basically the engine that drives closed innovation.
Okay, good.
Glad you're digging it. What's the next one on the list?
Okay, so next question is who users close innovation? Who users close innovation?
You usually see this with the big players who have deep pockets. Think of companies like Apple, they're the masters of this. They keep their designs and tech locked down until the very second they announce a new product. Pharmaceutical companies do it too, because if a secret drug formula leaked, it would be a disaster. Basically, any company that has a massive budget for its own researchers and a huge incentive to keep competitors in the dark.
Okay.
I'm locked in. What's the next question you've got?
Okay, so next question is what is industries
I'm ready.
perfected? What industries perfect it?
I think you mean which industries have perfected this approach, right? Tech giants and big pharma are the obvious ones. They basically turn secrecy into an art form. But you also see it in high-end luxury brands like Hermes or certain watchmakers who keep their craft techniques a total secret to keep that exclusive feeling alive.
Okay.
I'm still with you. What's the next one on your list?
Okay, so next question is my what is R&D role? What is R&D role?
R&D, research and development, is basically the heart of closed innovation. It's the team of scientists, engineers, and designers who are paid to stay in the lab and figure out the next big thing. In a closed system, their only job is to make sure the company wins by inventing something no one else has. They're the ones doing the deep dives and the testing, all while keeping the doors locked. Does that paint a clear picture?
Yes, clear.
Right on. What's the next question you got for the crew?
Next question is what mistakes beginners make?
The biggest mistake is thinking your internal team knows everything. Beginners often build these fortresses and forget that the world is moving way faster than any one company can keep up with. They get tunnel vision and ignore the fact that someone in a garage halfway across the world might have already solved the problem they're spending millions to figure out in secret. It's basically a high risk bet on your own ego.
Okay.
Hmm. What's next on the agenda?
Okay, so my next question is what is
I'm
open
ready.
innovation? Next question is what is open innovation?
Open innovation is basically the total opposite of what we've been talking about. Instead of keeping everything behind locked doors, it's when a company opens up and collaborates with the outside world. It might partner with other companies, listen to customers, or even work with independent inventors to find new ideas. It's the idea that the smartest people aren't all on our payroll, so why not look everywhere for the best solution?
Okay.
I'm still here. Ready for the next one? What else you
Yes,
got?
ready for ready for next one. So next question is
Always.
difference between closed and open innovation.
It's a total flip of the script. Closed innovation is like a secret club where only employees get to play with the ideas. Innovation is more like a public square where anyone with a good idea can contribute. One is about protecting a secret, the other is about collaborating to move faster. Does that clear up the difference for you?
Yes, it's clear.
Glad we could clear that up. What's next on the list? I'm ready for the next
Oh,
round.
okay, so next question is what
I'm here.
are limitations of open mode?
The main one is the loss of control. Since you're letting outside voices in, you can't just snap your fingers and have everything go your way. There's also the risk of your secrets leaking to competitors while you're trying to be open. Plus, managing a bunch of different partners can turn into a total headache. It's way more chaotic than just telling your own employees what to do.
Okay.
Anytime. What's next on the list? Or are we wrapping up the
Oh,
session?
yes, yes. Okay, so my next question is when to use close innovation. When to use close innovation.
Use it when the stakes are sky high. Like if you've found a way to make a phone battery last for a month or a cure for a rare disease, you don't just put that on a public forum. You keep it locked down until you've got the patent secured and a solid plan to launch. Basically, use it when the idea is so valuable that the risk of someone stealing it outweighs the benefit of getting outside help.
Okay, so we will move on our next question. Next question is why campaigns choose close innovation.
Companies usually go that route when they're obsessed with their image or their competitive edge. They want that exclusive feel, or they're terrified that a leak would kill their big reveal. It's all about owning the narrative and the profits 100%. Does that land with the crew?
Yes, true.
I'm glad the crew's on board. What's the next question on the list?
Okay, so next question is, what are advantages of closed model?
The biggest advantage is the absolute control. You get to decide every single detail of the product and how it's presented to the world. Then there's the security. You aren't trusting some random partner with your blueprints. And as we mentioned, the money, when it hits, you don't have to share the royalties or the intellectual property with anyone. It's all yours. Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense.
Sweet. What else you got for me?
Okay, so next question is, how to use open innovation?
It's all about building bridges. You start by figuring out where your team is stuck and then looking outside. That could mean launching a challenge to the public, partnering with the universe, or even just listening to your customers' complaints to find a better way of doing things. Basically, you stop acting like you have all the answers and start inviting others to help you solve the problem.
Okay, so we will move on our next question. Next question is, what are steps in close innovation? What are steps in close innovation?
It's basically a straight line from a secret idea to a product launch. First, the company spots a gap in the market. Then, their internal team handles the research and development in total secrecy. They prototype it, test it, and refine it, all within their own walls. Finally, they launch the product as a surprise to the world. It's a very my way or the highway process. Does that track for you?
Yes, of
I'm ready.
course.
Let me know when you've hit the
Okay.
next slide. I'm locked in. What's the next move?
Okay, so next question is,
I'm standing by.
what is feedback system?
A feedback system is basically how a company listens to the results of their work to see if it actually worked. In a closed innovation model, it's strictly internal. The team tests the product, finds the bugs, and fixes them without ever telling the public something was wrong. It's like a dress rehearsal where only the staff is allowed in the room before the big opening night.
Okay, so good understanding of your answers and very good explanation. So we will move on our next question. Next question is, what is product launch strategy?
In a closed model, the launch strategy is all about the big reveal. It's not about testing the waters with the beta or asking for feedback early on. It's more like a curtain drop. You keep the world in total suspense, and then boom, you launch the finished product with a huge marketing splash to create maximum impact. You're essentially
Oh,
betting that the product is perfect because you've polished it in secret. Does that sound like a winning move or a bit too risky?
um, yes.
I'll give you a second to think about that.
Okay, so my next question is, what is testing process?
In a closed system, testing process is totally internal. The company uses its own labs and its own employees to find the cracks in the product. They don't do public betas or open trials because they don't want any hints of the product leaking out. It's basically a strict quality check where the goal is to make sure everything is flawless before the world ever gets a glimpse of it. Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense. So
Right on. What's the next one you
yes,
got for the crew?
next question is,
I'm ready.
how to manage innovation, how to manage innovation internally.
Managing it internally is all about structure and secrecy. You got to have a clear chain of command so everyone knows exactly who is doing what and strict security protocols to make sure the blueprints don't wander off. It's also about giving your R&D team the resources they need, budget, tools, and time while keeping them focused on the goal. Basically, You're running your project like a high security vault where the manager is the only one with the key. Does that sound like a way to get things done, or does it feel a bit too controlling?
Okay, good.
I'll take that as a win. What's next on the agenda?
Okay. So next question is what tools are used?
Since everything is internal, the tools are usually high end and proprietary. For the actual build, they'll use specialized software like CAD for design or high powered simulations for engineering. Then, for managing it all, they'll use secure project management tools like Jira or Asana, but on a private server where no one from the outside can peek in. Basically, it's all
Okay.
about having the best gear and keeping the access restricted. Do you think that's enough, or do you want the deep dive on specific software?
Deep dive specific software.
All right, let's get into the weeds. For the design phase, you've got things like AutoCAD or SolidWorks. These are industry standards for creating precise 3D models. Then, for the management side, companies often use an enterprise version of Jira or Microsoft Project, which lets them track every tiny detail of the development cycle without letting a single piece of data leave the building. If they're doing heavy coding, they'll probably have a private GitHub or GitLab instance, meaning the code stays on their own servers. Does that hit the spot, or you want to go even deeper?
No deeper. We will move on our next question. Next
Fair
question
enough.
is yes. Next question is what are benefits of closed innovation?
The big one is the total ownership. You don't have to share the glory or the money with any partners. You also get a massive competitive edge because if you're the only one with a specific piece of tech, you can set the price and the rules of the game. Plus, you avoid the chaos of trying to manage outside contributors, so everything stays streamlined and on your terms. Does that sound like a solid deal to you?
Yes.
I thought you might think so. What's next on the list, or are we finally crossing the finish line for today?
Okay, so next question is what is long term impact? What is long term impact?
Long term, it can be a double edged sword. On one hand, it can make a company an absolute powerhouse if they keep nailing those secret wins. But on the other, it can lead to stagnation. If you only ever listen to your own people, you start to develop blind spots. You might spend years perfecting a product that the world doesn't even want anymore because you were too locked in to notice the trends changing. It's basically a bet on whether your internal genius can outpace the rest of the world forever.
Okay.
I'm still with you. Um, do you have more questions, or is that the end of the road for today?
No, no. It's not end. I have many more questions. When the stream has been end the stage, I will speak my advice. Okay. So we will move on our next question. Next question is how it gives competitive competitive competitive
I'm guessing
advantage.
you're asking how it
Yes, I will repeat my
exact.
full question. How it gives
It gives you a competitive edge.
yes, competitive advantage.
It gives you a competitive advantage because you're basically operating in the shadows. While your competitors are guessing what you're up to, you're already 10 steps ahead with the finished product they can't replicate. It's like having the answers to the test before the teacher even hands it out. You just dominate the market the second you decide to step into the light.
Okay.
What's the next one on your list?
Okay, so next question is how it builds strong IP.
It's all about the legal lockdown. Since you're doing all the research and development internally, the company owns every single line of code, every sketch, and every patent from day one. There's no arguing over who contributed what or splitting the rights with a partner. It's a clean, total ownership that makes the intellectual property an incredibly valuable asset on the company's balance sheet. You basically build a wall around your ideas that's legally impenetrable. Does that make sense to the crew?
Yes, makes sense.
Glad to hear it. What's the next question you got on your slide?
Okay, so next question is what industries benefits most?
Um, you already got to look at big tech and pharma since they're the heavy hitters here. But honestly, any industry where one single breakthrough can make you a billionaire overnight is where this thrives. Think defense and aerospace, where military secrets are basically the whole business, or even high-end luxury goods, where the secret how-to is what keeps the price tag so high. Basically, anywhere that a leak is a death sentence for the profit margin.
Okay.
I'm locked in. What's the next question on your list?
Okay, so my next question is how it protects data.
It's it's all about layers of security. In a closed model, data protection is like a digital fortress. They use things like air-gapped servers, which means the computers aren't even connected to the internet, so there's zero chance of a remote hack. Then you've got strict need to know access, where employees can only see the specific part of the project they're working on. Toss in some heavy duty encryption and non disclosure agreements that basically scare people into staying quiet. And you've got a system designed to keep everything under wraps.
Okay.
Got it. What's next on the agenda?
Okay, so n- next question is what are limitation of closing? Sorry, this is already repeat. My next question is hmm, what is limited creativity problem?
That's the big risk. It's when a company becomes an echo chamber. Since they only listen to their own people, they stop getting fresh perspectives and start recycling the same old ideas. It's like if you only ever ate the same 5 meals, eventually you lose your taste for anything new and you might miss out on a flavor that actually changes the game.
Okay,
In business, that means they can become blind to new ways of solving a problem just because that's not how we do things here.
okay.
Yeah, I feel you. What's the next one on your list? Or are we
Oh,
getting
yes.
close to the end?
Next question
I'm
is
still here. I still got a few
yes,
more questions.
yes. I have a few more questions. So next question is what is innovation foundation?
Wait, are we going? I'm guessing you mean stagnation, right? Like when
Yes.
when a company just stops growing because they're too stuck in their own ways. You want me to break that down for the crew?
Okay, this is my question. So please answer me.
Stagnation in a closed model happens when a company stops evolving because it's too obsessed with its own perfection. They basically stop looking at the horizon and start staring at their own feet. Because they aren't letting in any new blood or outside ideas, they just keep polishing the same old stone until they realize the rest of the world has moved on to diamonds. It's that classic trap where being the best at the old way of doing things makes you completely blind to the new way. Does that make sense to everyone watching?
Yes, makes sense. So good understanding of your answers.
Appreciate it. What's the next move? You still got a
Okay.
couple more of those questions left, right?
Yes, I
I'm
have
standing
many
by.
more.
What's the next question on your list?
Yes, next question
I'm
is
ready when you are. Hit me with
my next question is what is secret project development? What is secret project development?
secret project development is basically the top secret phase of the process. It's when a company puts a project in a secure environment, sometimes called a stealth mode, where only a tiny group of trusted employees know what's actually being built. They might use code names for the project, hide the labs from the rest of the office, and make everyone sign ironclad NDAs. The whole goal is to make sure that not a single detail leaks to the public or the competition until the company is 100% ready to flip the switch and announce it. It's basically the corporate version of a spy movie.
Okay.
Told you it was like a spy movie. What's the next one on the slide?
Okay, I have one more question. So questions have been complete. Okay, so my last question is what is property technology?
Property technology or prop tech is basically using tech to make the real estate industry smarter and more efficient. Think of everything from apps that let you tour a house in VR without leaving your couch to AI that predicts property values or platforms that make buying and selling a home way faster and totally digital. Basically taking an old school industry like real estate and giving it a massive digital upgrade.
Okay, good. So thank you everyone for watching my session with Miles. If you enjoy, so you can like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to support this channel and like this educational about artificial intelligence, so you can subscribe and support this channel. So for more informative videos like this, so we'll meet again in new session, new questions, new conversation. Allah Hafiz
Right on.
everyone and Allah Hafiz Miles.
Allah Hafiz. Catch you in the next session.